Today is 1095th day that I'm sharing lessons on learn. I'm learning. I hope to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today's is very simple topic, but very important topic. What other important topic? Friendship. Friendship. What do you know about friendships? How many friendships do you have? What kind of friendships do you have? I think that when we actually do not reflect, when we are not aware about our friendships, what kind of levels are of relationships, we start to nurture a relationship that is not helpful. I think that's when we really look into the most important relationships in our lives, friendships that we have. How often we nurture that relationship. Because even myself, when I look at you people that I really admire, the people that I have strong connection with, I don't connect as often as I would love to. I think that we need to really be much more aware. I remember I did a couple of years ago, maybe like 2, 3 years ago, maybe even more. I list 50 most influential people in my life, and who are these? And it was an interesting experience to see, like, okay, who made the most influence into my life, and who are they? They're friends, co-workers. Who are they? And I think that's very important to understand that we really need to make a list of people. And today I will really recommend three categories of friends, or three categories of people. And of course, in those three categories, there's different kind of people that we really can put in. And of course, I will share that every category has a reason. That's all for sure. But we need to understand that we need to spend majority of our time on categories that really means the most. So let's start with the easy one, casual connections. Casual connections. This is the one category that we have a lot of connections. That means that those are really there's no emotional depth at all. Every conversation is surface level. There's no personal investment or limited personal investment. And what are those connections? That means superficial connections. Very basic. That means maybe you meet someone in coffee shop, or maybe in a gym, or maybe even co-workers. Could be very superficial. You came, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Great, fine, and bye. And it's very superficial. You never go into anything deeper than that. That's all fine. There's a lot of people, we will see a lot of people in our lives that are acquaintances. Acquaintances that we really get deeply connected. And for example, if you have a coworker, could be acquaintance, but he will never become a friend because, again, even though this is not superficial, but it's just almost a little bit more than superficial, and also acquaintances. And I think that's very important to understand that there's some people start to call every single person they meet, acquaintance, superficial friend, as a friend. I think that we is great to love everyone, but I think that we supposed to really carry that friend, that name of a friend, and not give that name of a friend that easily. I think that friend is a person who, I don't know, everyone has different definition of friend. I think that friendship, name of a friend, is earned. It's an earned word. And what a person needs to do to earn it, needs to deserve it, need to work for it. And there's a lot of things that we're able to do to really become that friend. But I think that we're not supposed to call every single person that we meet as a friend. We're supposed to love them, to give respect to them, but you don't call them friends yet. You can call them brothers and sisters, but I think that friendship is earned. And it could be like sometimes even when you think about casual connections, could be a functional friends. That means that maybe you had a project or something that you just temporarily needed to do work with them on some kind of specific project, and that's all fine. And of course, that will lead to some kind of casual friends, just activities you do. You have those friends only for certain activities. Maybe you love playing soccer and you meet those people to playing soccer, and that's it. Nowhere else. Now, second thing, and now we really get deep into understanding those are important. The second level of connections, of friendships, is emotional support. friends. Emotional support friends, those are essential. But really want to pursue meaningful things, we need to have some kind of emotional support. So that means that there are supportive friends that you have a bad day, you have that emotion investment, you have trust and care in each other, and there's of course that personal experience and led to mutual understanding, and those are important friendships. Because of course at that moment when you have a bad day, they could give you a practical advice. It can be even just to sit, and that's it was more than enough to give that support. Those are influential friends who really they're able to give and take advice, that you're able to influence decisions based on the friendship. But because we're able to understand ourselves each other so well that we're able to share our thoughts, and those thoughts will influence each other. Because not every single person could influence me as well. I have only a couple of my friends who really actually I trust them in their decisions, in their way of looking at things, and those are my influential friends. It could be intimate friends. That means they have those personal thoughts. That means that you're able to really have secrets when you have, but because not every single person deserves a secret, and you potentially have some friends that you have shared more intimate information than anyone else. And of course, every single person has some few friends that are very intimate. They're able to really build that trust so easily, and it seems that person is able to keep those secrets so well. And of course, it's very hard to say that secret is when there's more people who share it. But again, we need to understand that some people will be here to really keep our secrets. After that is resilient friends. That means that persistent through challenges, because some friends are very good where you're able to go through challenges together, because some people, when you're going through challenges, will just walk away. And some people, that some friends that you really going through challenges, you are at your lowest, but they always there. They're always persistent. They're always here to support you. And again, those are resilient friends. And it's very, very important. And sometimes even crisis friends. That means that you're in a crisis and you know that when you are in a crisis, they will come in significant times. It might be that they are very, very busy people. It might be that they're working on so many great things, but you know that when you will need them, when you have a crisis, they will always show up. They always show up because you have that deep connection, emotional connection, that they will show up when it's needed. It's very important to have those kind of friends as well. A last category that I think that could be great to really categorize your friends are transformative connections. And what those? That means that these friendships are profound impact on your growth, on your development, on becoming the best version, and you have like emotional ties with those people. And and the most important part that those friends facilitate your change, significant changes. That's great because support is great. More for the crisis. Support is every single day to pursue the things that you want. But transformative connections is allowing to transform you, to exchange you, to improve you, to go outside of your comfort zones. And that means that transformational friends is all those who ignite growth, who ignite, encourage you getting out of your comfort zone. Those are important. Second thing that is like they are like very reflective friends. So that means that they allow you to reflect. They ask questions, right questions that you able to really reflect on yourself, become much more aware. Because if you want to transform yourself, you need to become aware of yourself. If you want to transform yourself, you need to become aware of yourself. So that means reflective friends are very important. Promote self-exploration, critical thinking about your choices. It could be like there is mentoring friends. That means that really giving some kind of advice. Because I think that sometimes you're able to have mentor mentee relations, and you have a friendship mentor mentee relations, and they are able to guide you through things to get to another level, and that's totally fine. I think that in transformative friendships, I think that I would put lifelong relationships. Because lifelong relationships are connections, and friendships sometimes are not that easy because you are growing, improving, changing, your vision changing. And that means that when you have vision changing, you changing, and your friendship changing and nurturing everything, and you still have that friendship going to the very similar direction, it's a very powerful and beautiful thing, and it's transformative. And the last thing that I want you to mention in this category of transformative is sibling like friendships. Sibling like friends. When you start to have such a strong connection that you start to call your friend as a family member, I think that's very powerful because it gives support, loyalty, and you know that this is my family. Because I truly believe it's in saying that sometimes when you don't have a big family, or maybe don't have family at all, sometimes we're able to choose our family, and our chosen family is our friends. Our friends is sometimes chosen family if you build that massive trust. So looking into those three categories, that I hope that you will reflect as well. Like what so make a list of all your friends and then put in those categories. Which category do they belong to? Do they belong to casual connections, casual friendships? Do they belong to supportive relationships or connections? Or do they belong to transformative connections? And I think that you need to have all those three, but we need to nurture second and third, and you're supposed to have both of them. Because if you have all people are supportive, but you're not having it transformative, that's not good. It means we ain't able to go outside and meet people who helps you to expand, grow, improve, challenge, reflect. And maybe you have all people who are challengers, who help you transform, getting out of comfort zone, but there's no one is here to support you. When you have a bad day, to feel that you support it, you have that safety net. Because support is a lot of times is a safety net. And I think that everyone needs a safety net to pursue big things. And those casual connections, I think that they will always become byproduct of living your life, going outside and making things happen. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.